What's up? What's up? What's good? What's up, Robin? How you doing? Long time no talk. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I know it's a little bit of shortness. What's up, Twist? How you doing, buddy? What's up, VL? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Good morning, Hills. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. What's up, Jess? I, yeah, should be. I don't know why they wouldn't be. I took care of that issue, so they should be able to. What's going on, Jess? It feels like it's been a minute since I've been here. Hey, Julie. What's going on, Jules? How have I been? I've been good, man. My life has happened over the past couple of weeks, but I'm doing all right. Thank you guys for those that have reached out to me over the past couple of weeks. Yeah, losing somebody that close to me was um, definitely hit home. So thank you guys that reached out to me, offering their prayers and support. It's been a challenging time, but I'm here. Yes, it has been a minute. It's all right, Jess. It hit me hard. Someone that was very close to lose somebody like that suddenly to COVID and whatnot. But it's uh, it's definitely puts things in perspective. I'll tell you that much. You're good, Hood. Yeah, Julie, I lost one of my best friends. He passed a couple weeks ago from COVID. So I've had that. Yeah, it's no good. No bueno. He had left behind his wife and a young boy, so I feel terrible for them more so, but hope it sucks. Definitely. And keep you in my prayers for your daughter, Julie. I know that's not easy. Okay. Thank you so for your support, Jess. Oh man, that's not good, Julie. I'll definitely keep you in my prayers. Thank you, Via. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming on this such short notice. Waiting on Red Hood to get everything set up. So what's going on with you guys while we wait? Oh, so she has COVID too, I assume, Julie? That's not good. That's say what you want. That's it's real life. I had one of my old friends' mother recently passed away from that too as well. It's no bueno. Yeah, definitely praying for your daughter, Julie. It's tough. Oh, I'm sorry about your mom, Robin. That's it seems like it's affecting a lot of people. What's up, Nance? How you doing? No, Anna, you did not miss him. He's gonna be logging on in just a moment. He's getting everything set up on his end. Oh man, that's not good, Robin. Yeah, he was in ICU for like 3 weeks and got pneumonia from the COVID. It's and he lost a bunch of weight and he's starting to pull things around towards the end, but unfortunately didn't make it. What's up, homeless? You all go ahead and like the stream. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Just waiting on the guest. What's up, Lori? How you doing? Good afternoon to you too. COVID sucks. My cousin just lost her husband on Friday. I'm so sorry to hear that, BL. What's up? What's up, woke? All right, looks like he's getting in here. So bear with me with just a moment. Sorry, bro. I just had to crack up at your screen thing.
Oh, for Riot?
Yeah, yeah,
For, yeah,
Brian
that's for,
Privates. I thought it was hilarious.
no, yeah, that's for no. Considering he got touched by a predator in a hotel room, locked inside, and yeah, I felt it was appropriate. But anyway, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Oh, I'll admit when I said I'm setting up, it was more like I'm waking up
Oh,
because I was
are you
I
on the East Coast?
huh?
Are you on the East Coast?
No, I'm on the East Coast, but
You sleeping
got
late?
I sleep my sleep schedule is all over the fucking place. It's all
Oh, bro. You
no,
should have
cause
told me. I
no,
would.
no, it's fine because I was I was no, I was like up last night, playing like video games till like 1:30 in the morning. And
Okay.
then, I checked the internet for like a good hour after that, and then I just decided to fall asleep maybe somewhere around 3-ish.
Mhm.
Uh I actually woke back up at like 10, 9-ish, but then I fell back asleep and woke back up like 3 times until it was like around 12, and that's when I was like, fuck, I gotta get up.
Might as well wake up now. Get you fall back asleep. You're not gonna want to get back up.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, now after this,
You're gonna go back to sleep.
no, I'm not going back to sleep. Actually, I'm
Um,
gonna. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm definitely not going back to sleep after that.
yeah.
Uh,
I was.
but
Go ahead.
anyway, I just wanted to say, putting everything else aside, just to kind of, venture into reality a little bit. I like, how are you doing, man? Like, I realized that, everything with you went on. How are you?
Me?
I don't like to use the word coping, but how are you like handling things like right now?
Me, honestly, I'm better than I was a week or so ago. It still sucks, nonetheless, losing somebody that close to you, but you just gotta remember the good times. You gotta put things, and it puts things in perspective. It makes, like I always say, the main thing, the main thing. You gotta just focus on what really matters in life, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm doing better than I was a week or so ago. Like I said, it still sucks, but it's all good, man. I'll make it.
That's good, man. Yeah, that's I think I reached out to you and like just just for a moment there to just be like um had that mentality of just putting everything else aside for a bit, the whole YouTube stuff, because
Uh-huh.
that's like if you really want to think about it, uh, like certain aspects of it aren't really real life,
Uh-huh.
and for a moment you just gotta focus on you know something that happened, and it's yeah, that's why I reached out, just to kind of like take a step back, like take the foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and just like just yeah, like feel like you were sound of mind, if you were okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you reaching out to me a couple weeks ago. I know we had our issues in the past, but I appreciate you reaching out to me. We've set that aside a while back, but I appreciate you reaching out to me and looking out for me. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and there's like no matter how it may seem, for you, like on the outside looking in, yeah, there's tons. I know for a fact uh, there's tons of people who reached out to you, and I know for a fact there's like uh people you wouldn't have expected to reach out to you. I mean, I'm pretty sure
Uh-huh.
they reached out to you. I have a hunch, like a good hunch, that a considerable amount of people reached out to you. People you wouldn't have thought would have reached out to you.
Yeah, it definitely, like I said, it puts things in perspective. All the YouTube drama and all that stuff, you got to lay that aside because it's real life stuff. It's not, stuff that little drama here and there. It's real life. It's life and death situation. So I appreciate you and other people for putting all that aside and just being human and reaching out to somebody when they're time of need. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, we we you know, I mean, I can't speak for me or I can't speak for other people, but I'm pretty sure like other people, uh, like I think I think you know good people or at least sensible people know when to hit the like take the foot off the gas pedal and then just cool everything down for a minute because like you said, it's like real life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Like it it's all done. It's all in the past. I don't even want to talk about whatever that was,
It's
but
all yeah,
yeah, it's all over, man.
it's all
It's all
HSBS, it's
yeah,
all
high school bullshit.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's all high school bullshit. So
Um, it's time to move on, and I'm excited to talk to you today, man. I don't want to rehash everything because I know you were on JDQ like a week or so, right?
me,
Were
fuck.
you?
I was. I mean, I got invited to the stream. I mean, no, it was the reason I can't remember is because it was like really impromptu, and then JDQ's decided can't fucking speak today. JDQ's computer decided to go on its period and just decided to you know act up, and we had to restart the stream like 3 times, and I
Uh-huh.
couldn't figure out what the hell was going on, and he ended up fucking uh restarting his entire laptop, and I was there waiting for like 10 minutes for us to like finish the stream,
Uh-huh.
and then he managed to start it up again. That's why it's kind of a blur for me because like I think I was. Why do you ask?
I was just saying because I didn't want to rehash some of the same stuff that he maybe have asked you. I didn't. I've been out of the loop for the past couple of weeks, so I hadn't really paid much attention. I just noticed whenever that day that you were on it with him, and I didn't want to repeat some of the same questions he might have asked you. I don't know what you guys talked about it at all, so I just didn't want to
No,
bring
no,
up.
we were like, I'm pretty sure the last time I was on, we were just like making a short list of the the like the best and worst predator catchers.
Okay.
Yeah, we were like making because like he had made a video like five like a good while ago of his top five, and then we were just comparing that top five to like a new top five, because certain things happen, and
Uh-huh.
certain people fall
Yeah.
out of good grace, like if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
But
I know exactly what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. We're not gonna get into that because I've been like on the run for like a good week now, and I've been like sleeping under bridges and like always looking over my shoulder for the past week. I'm like fucking Brian Laundry. I'm like on the run. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Hopefully they catch that. By the way, catch that dude. By the way.
yeah, I hope they. By the way, I'm just kidding. I'm completely kidding for those who don't fucking understand sarcasm. But yeah, I hope they catch him. But anyway, we're not gonna get into that
If Dog
because
that
I
bounty
already.
hunter could find him or thinks he could find him, then by all means, let him try. That's all
If
I can say.
anyone thinks they can find him, then
Yeah.
yeah, all more power to them. But anyway, okay, yeah, I see the chat. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna get into that because I'm kind of. It's just the situation is just when you look at it, it's just funny. But that's all I'm gonna say. The situation is just really, really, really funny, and you
Yeah.
know how no one should. That's all I'll say. This is the last I'm gonna touch on. All I'll say is no one should be intimidated. No one should be intimidated. And if you are intimidated, like, truly, truly, then yeah, just don't be. But
Hmm.
anyway, man, yeah, today, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I just started my day. Got little plans later on, but I'm good, man. How about you?
Yeah, like I said, I just literally woke up like to do the
Just
to
do
do
the
the
interview.
stream.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I
Um,
woke up, yeah.
so Red Hood, I assume you're a big DC fan.
Yeah, very much so. And I get shit on for not being I get shit on for not being a big Marvel guy. Even
You
though
just
my
don't like
favorite,
Marvel?
even though my favorite superhero is basically Spider Man. Like I get shit on for not being like a big Marvel guy, but I know my way around DC really well.
So have you always been a big DC fan?
No,
Obviously, I don't think you. Go ahead.
to be honest, no. I mean, what ended up happening was uh like it was like around seventh or eighth grade. This was like a good maybe almost 10 years ago, nine, and like I remember the day like the back of my hand. Literally, it was um there was this like people out of nowhere just started talking about, oh, watch the Flash, watch the Flash, watch the Flash. Have you seen the Flash? It's like it's like the new hit TV show that came out. You know, it's like I don't know if like it's like girls talking about Vampire Diaries, right? People
Hmm.
like yeah, it's like fucking
Or Twilight back
or
in the day.
Twilight or whatever. It's like people are talking, yo, the Flash, and I'm like, yo, shut up about the Flash, bro. Okay, like, and then I don't know what, um, and then a few weeks later, I had to go over to a friend's house to do a project, and we turned on the TV, and then it was like the first season of the Flash, and it was like it's like 17th episode.
Hmm.
And then 2 weeks later, I just ended up watching the whole thing, and then from there, I went down like a rabbit hole of getting invested into so many characters and into so many different stories, and like it's a cult following, and that's when I realized just what I've ventured into. I mean, I've heard of obviously all of them, Superman,
Hmm.
all those heroes, but I've never actually been as invested as I am now. That's what I say, and yeah, that's why you see me playing Batman like on
Yeah,
on my streams every single time. That's why I literally
I loved
yeah.
Batman back in the day. I grew up watching the old, maybe you may not know what these, the old Adam West, and the when you hit somebody, it says kaboom and stuff like that. It's a lot
Oh yeah,
cheesy.
right, right.
It's
Yeah,
real
I mean,
cheesy to tell now, but I
it's
grew up on that. It was like on Nick at Night or something. I grew up on that, and then Batman the animated series, and of course the Batman the movie with Michael Keaton. I think it's the best Batman ever, but that's my opinion.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's generational. I mean, like I think Kevin Conroy said it once. Like it's gone to the point where he's like he's almost one of those Greek heroes because he's not one of those guy in like a fancy costume, beating people up. Blah blah blah. It's like he's literally become like a Greek, uh, like playwright hero. He's like become like this phenomena that people say, oh, it's rehashed. It's like it's overdone. Like people should like focus on understand. It's like many people have different takes on it. I mean, like you see like
Mhm.
this, the new Matt Reeves one that's gonna come out, fucking whenever it comes out. It's been delayed like twice now. Uh, like supposedly I'm hearing it's like a horror movie,
Is it?
like a straight up like his take on Batman is straight up like horror. And then like and then like I think like the Riddler is not like this oh, I'm the Riddler, yeah, yeah, I'm smarter than you, huh? This like flamboyant guy, this Riddler is like supposedly like this creepy like terrorist or something.
So they're trying to go the serious route like they did with the Joker, versus like in the old movies he was kind of this comic clown, and then
Right.
like with Heath Ledger and the movie that just came out, he's more serious, demented.
They like the whole Black Label thing with Joker. They wanted to do it for like several bad guys because like they saw how much money Joker was making,
Yeah.
and like what if we did this for like another bad guy or whatever? I mean, but yeah, yeah, that's I think it was that day in like eighth or seventh grade where I just completely fell into that rabbit hole, and then I've always loved Spider Man, don't, and then that's when I just started watching everything of all. It's like an outlet. It's a good outlet. I mean, uh I I I can't fathom Envy Cap Ryan.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't fathom how he doesn't, like I get people have jobs, I get people, but me, for the life of me, I can't imagine getting a job and not wanting to have an outlet to fall back onto when, let's say, like the day's over, like because
Uh-huh.
according to him, he doesn't watch any TV. He has no form of entertainment. He's never played video games. He doesn't
Well,
keep up with video games. He doesn't.
he
Uh,
seemed the type that would watch stuff like that, and I'm
no,
sure
I know,
whenever he
right? He
was on, I
sees
talked to him about it. But
Ryan sees the type to get up at 8 o'clock every morning and watch Paw Patrol. But uh, if you look at, but anyway, uh, he he doesn't do any of that, and I'm like, I can't fathom anyone not having at least an outlet. I mean, everyone is different. Everyone likes, say basketball. Everyone likes whatever. Everyone has that outlet. But I kind
Hmm.
of feel for people who don't have that and just like get up, work, uh, do responsibilities, go back to sleep. I kind of feel for those people because like they don't have a like at least a sport or an entertainment faucet,
An outlet,
something
just a vent, just to get all the stuff, all the bullshit from work or whatever, just
from the
to
day.
yeah,
Like I kind of feel for those people who don't at least have like at least one outlet. It doesn't even have to be what I'm talking about. It could be anything. It's like I hear people, uh, literally going to work, doing their chores. I mean, doing their like making ends meet, and then not having anything to fall back onto. I mean, it's like I can't fathom it. I can't process how life works without it. I mean, me, I can safely say I'm always gonna love, what I love right now when I'm
mhm,
40, because before it's safe to say that before it used to be like once you hit a certain age, you got to stop liking certain things, and then you got to focus on work, raising your family, like working towards like whatever the American dream or whatever. Yeah, that's important too, but then we've entered an age where you see like 40, 50, almost middle-aged men being really passionate about comic books and like video games and stuff and like entertainment media, and people are still passionate about that at like 50, 40, and whereas like 100 years ago, say, you didn't see that.
yeah. I think a lot of stuff, like with all the movies that are being remade and the shows that are being remade, it's geared towards like the 80s and 90s kids that grew up on that stuff. Um, that's why they remake all the movies that they do now and stuff like that. Just is geared towards our childhood, what we grew up on.
Right, yeah, exactly. And it's helmed by people who are, again, 40s, 50s, before, that kind of thing wasn't acceptable, but 40s, 50s, people making careers out of being passionate in literally kid stuff. It was meant for kids at the end of its entertainment,
Uh-huh.
but then it really branched out and it really exploded into all these adult themes, all these mature themes, and it's become a phenomenon, really. And yeah, that's my take on that. I mean, and
So,
yeah,
have you always been into gaming and stuff like that? As far
always.
as- Always?
I mean, uh, it first started off like with online Flash games, Adobe Flash Player,
Mm-hmm.
and these online games, and then I think when I first got my Xbox, that's when I started ramping it up, and then uh I like so many things, man. That's what I want to say too. I know you kind of usually focus on Predator content, like telling survivor stories or getting creators on here to like tell you their game plan, but I've done like I've been involved in predator catching. I've helped
I
put
remember you
people.
saying you were a decoy.
No,
I,
I was an editor. I edited
oh,
for,
okay.
yeah,
I thought you were a
and then
decoy.
but whatever. I've been involved in it, so like I get a feel for how it is, how like what the environment is like, and
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to talk about that, then maybe I could provide some insight. But that, like I said, I didn't want to come here thinking we were going to talk about other things. Like I know my way around the predator topic, of course.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. It's just a discussion between two people, man. That's the way I don't have anything set in stone whenever I do my interviews. So I just go with the flow. So
Right, right, right.
you could talk about that. You could talk about anything. So you've done editing. How did you get interested in doing that?
Yeah, it's like it's all like, it's getting creative, anything
Mhm,
creative, then yeah, like anything I could put my own spin on, then yeah, I can like anything I could control. It's like like it's amazing, what you can do with like clicks of a few buttons, and then like you could make something happen on a fucking software program. Like it's really amazing what you can do. Um, it's yeah, that's why I like it. But
mhm,
um, uh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's putting people out there, and it's important to have like uh, good editors for predator catching, for like the videos that are put out there.
mhm.
um because like you don't want to accidentally leak a fucking you don't accidentally want to leak a like an address or something that may have
Somebody's
been said
number
in the
or address.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, or number, and then you kind of want to I don't know, you kind of want to, like, if you can, I don't know if it's happened yet, but like you want to kind of edit it in a way that that uh puts the problem into light, like say, hey, this is a really, really big problem. And then, where you could showcase like people getting caught, and, the consequences. You can showcase that effectively,
Mhm.
and not like, yeah, that's what, I think, like, on the creative side. I mean, whether it be thumbnails or like, the editing itself, like the creation side. I think the more important side, obviously, undeniably, is the catching bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned you don't ever want to do catching.
I I mean, that's not my never say never, but it's not something I'd be interested at this point in time. I
So,
support, obviously I support everybody in the community. More power to them, and I'm glad that people are out there on the front lines doing what they're doing. But me personally, I don't see myself at this point in time. Like I said, maybe down the road, but not at this point in time.
it's like so like you go up to a predator and you ask them, "Hey, what's your story? like like
Really,
what,
what's your story? What are you
like what's your
doing?
story, bro? What are you doing here?"
What are you doing with your life?
No, I mean, it's everyone has their own unique style.
Mhm.
Some more
Aggressive and other.
eye opening and
Yeah.
clickbaity than others. But anyway, yeah, yeah, it's like everyone has their own style, everyone has their own methods. Some people call the cops, other people don't. I mean, it's all a big, it's all a big game of, what if. Some people, you know have their own methods. I mean, like Alex, he doesn't post every catch, as like people that are obviously younger and can still change. He gives them a window, if they go to therapy, keep in touch with him, and
Hmm.
they don't get posted because they're making an effort to turn their life around. Unlike the fucking
People that
the
don't.
the grandpas that are
Yeah.
going after like 10 9-year olds, then yeah, those are like, that's a dog that can't learn new tricks. That's like
Mhm.
someone that's dead set in their ways.
Yeah, the people like that, I mean, they're all pieces of shit and deserve everything they get. But people like that who you could see are trying to turn their lives around, um, I, more power to them. But like you said, the grandpas, the people, they've done it before. It's not their first time by any means, and they will continue to do so. Those pieces of shit need to be locked up for real.
Yeah,
Um,
it it, it like it's how you look at it. It's you how do I say this? Like there's people that can visibly change, and then there's others that can't. Like I discussed this with JDQ. I think there's a because he mentioned he wants to bring like a more hopeful approach to catching. You know how like you watch catches and literally it's all doom. Like you can't, like, throughout the whole
mhm,
thing you kind of like ask yourself, like, you start to get depressed and kind of be like, oh, what has humanity come to and some shit. But JDQ mentioned he wants to bring a more hopeful approach and a more kind of a more upbeat and uplifting take on this whole like serious
Yeah.
situation. And but at the same, like he realizes this too. At the same time, like you can't exactly spin an upbeat undertone with like an almost 80-year-old guy trying to go after someone like 6 times less his age. Like
Yeah,
that
there's
doesn't
no
work. That doesn't work. It's like far fetched.
yeah, there's no silver lining to that. There's no happy ending. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they've had many victims. Probably people in their own family, probably people that you wouldn't realize that they victimized over the years. And you can't say that one victim that they got caught doing is their only victim, because they probably had several over the years.
Yo, I just want to say hi to someone in the chat. Yeah,
Go
bomb.
ahead,
Hey,
you're good,
hey,
man.
bomb. Yeah, hey.
What's up?
Wish's favorite bombs. Hi. Yeah, I mean, I've been for reasons we won't get into. I've been like kind of laying low, but now I guess I'm back now, and I guess you're back. How long since your last stream was it?
My live stream, interviewed my friend on 9/11. That was about 3 weeks ago. And then, yeah, and then I did a video a couple weeks ago about my friend that passed away. But yeah, it's probably been a 2 3 weeks.
Right, right, and like, yeah, like I said, I've been on the run. I've been hiding under bridges, looking over my shoulder, just you
It's
know,
good to take a step back,
literally.
man.
Yeah,
Like you said
yeah,
earlier,
it's
it's
right,
good just
right.
to
I've
get
been
away,
having
man.
to, yeah, like to just take a break. I've been having to, like eat food out of the trash can and like I literally had to set up a tent like behind like a building, with like all the rats and like all the dumpsters, just to stay off the grid. But I'm back
Mhm.
now. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to say hi to someone in the chat. But like I was saying, yeah, there's no helping certain people. Like there's no helping, say, the older people. Unlike, say, like if you catch like a 20-year-old, going after, say, fuck, I don't know, 15, 14-year-old maybe,
Mhm.
then yeah, those are the kinds of people, like the younger ones, or like the kind of people that have the ability to be set straight and turn everything around. Uh, but the
They're young.
older creeps, it's like I can't imagine JDQ trying to put a positive spin on someone that's like over 80 years old trying to go after someone like 6 times like their own age. Like I can't imagine that. But then with younger people, I could definitely see it.
Yeah, the younger people, the people that just got out of high school, and they have different mentalities than the older ones that been doing this for 20, 30 years or whatever. And they like I said, they've had more than one victim.
Right, and uh and yeah, and it's like I'm pretty sure some of them literally only need to be screamed at once and caught once and humiliated once. And I can't say that for everyone, but I'm pretty sure there's people out there who only need to be smacked in the face once, like uh fucking metaphorically smacked in the face, not literally smacked in the face. There's other people that literally do that, but
Hmm.
the legal way is metaphorically. Um, Depth. We yeah, it like some people only need that one wake up call, and like they're good to go. I mean, they're not good to go, but they they realize, hey, this is wrong, and like if they truly have a problem, then yeah, they'll go seek help. And then if it was truly, like they say, if they it was truly an in the moment thing. Like they just weren't thinking. They just know never not to do it again. That's it. And but unlike those older motherfuckers that just they can't be changed. Like it, it's ridiculous. It's some people are just everyone's different. Everyone has their own quirks. You can't from a mile away you can't predict how a certain person is going to react to having a camera shoved in their face. But uh, yeah,
So if you were doing it, how would you approach the situation if you were to catch a predator?
uh, I would
Literally.
I would never I'd never go like the way things are right now, like given like the kinds of people that I've seen being caught, that's really really unlikely. But uh if I were, fuck man. Oh hey Dream. Uh hey, I'm sorry if, certain people have been in there saying, my name, Red Hood, and I haven't acknowledged y'all. I was just like into the interview. Uh I'm like juggling other stuff too right now, and I can't like look at the chat. So hi, I see you now.
Shout out to everybody that's joined in.
Yeah, shout out, yeah, everyone that's joining in. So if I were to do it, I'd pretty much you know uh I'd want to I like I want to get up, like I really want to use the correct gear, cuz be ready, cuz say like I decide to jump into a car, and then you know, and then the guy pulls out, and I have to jump out, and then I scrape my knee. I want to get knee pads, like protective knee pads, just for like that
For that
isolated,
situation that might
yeah, that
happen, may not
isolated
happen.
extreme situation
One of those
that may or
rare.
may not happen. That isolated specific situation. Say I jump into a car and then the guy takes off, I have to jump out. I don't know why I jumped in the first place, but I have to jump out, and I'm gonna scrape my knee. So I need knee pads. Try saying that 5 times faster. I need knee pads. But anyway,
I tried once. I can't.
yeah, I would need knee pads. And I'd also want at least backup. I'd want someone who's at least 6 foot with me. Because in the case that I wasn't really that tall, I don't want to get kidnapped and sold into, like, the predator catcher's there to do a job. They're there to expose uh online creeps. Like the
Mhm.
predator catcher isn't there to be kidnapped and sold into sex trade. But anyway, uh yeah, to avoid that, I at least want to have at least 2 people with me, preferably over 6 foot, and one of them preferably, with like a background in martial arts. Uh,
Somebody that can kick somebody's ass.
so yeah, like I don't want like someone like Gideon Brock, coming at me. Uh, like, do you know Gideon Brock? CC
No,
unit.
I don't.
Like the CC unit. So I think one of CC unit's recent catches, he took a swing, and he was like a big guy. He was like a big boy.
Yeah,
But yeah, he took a swing, but he got planted to the ground immediately. So I'd preferably want to have
somebody
uh
that can take care of business if need be. Because I sure so can do it. I can't fight, but
yeah, obviously. Yeah, and hold on, I'm reading the comments.
I
Yeah,
am
it's
too. Just a
no,
little.
yeah, it isn't funny in the moment, because in the moment I'm obviously,
I think
we
she
could
would
we
talk
could
about her situation whenever she fell down,
we could
whenever
joke
she
about
got
it. We could
bitten.
joke about it now, but in the moment, it's like you don't know what the hell these people are. Like the guy could turn around, fucking next moment you have a gun barrel in your face. Like it's you don't know what can happen.
Yeah, you got to be prepared just for any situation. Like you said, you don't know. They're being pushed against the wall, and you don't know how they're going to react in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, or you could, like, unless you're like really really dedicated to being a decoy, and like, like Ryan was, uh then yeah, hey Dream, I think that was when he was in Sacramento. Like the guy who was like, the guy like CC Unit walked in on him in the stall, and he was like, doing things I won't get into, but yeah, that was him, and like he ended up taking a swing, and then I think him and Alex put him to the ground,
Yeah, I went.
and then he got charged, so all's good.
Yeah, if Alex is there, I'm good. I'm not gonna try to fight him or anything like that. If I was the Pred, I'd be like, okay, you're good.
No, yeah, that's the objective, not to fight anyone, not to make the situation hostile, not to do anything that could get you in trouble. Um, Mims was naked in the stall. He was. It was that catch. It was yeah. It was that one where he like took a swing, but um, it's yeah. It's like
So what got
you
you
never know,
into
man. You never
what got
know.
you
Wait,
into
what?
the? I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. Go ahead.
No. What were you gonna ask? I was done. I was
I
like,
was gonna ask you
yeah.
what got you into the Pred catching community.
I have no. Literally, um I think everyone started off watching. I mean, I didn't watch to catch a predator. I didn't watch that at all.
Mm.
But I started watching the new one, Hanson versus
Hanson
like
versus
the new one
Predator.
on, yeah, the one on YouTube, like the one with the first video I saw was like the one with Jeff Sokol,
Mm-hmm.
if you remember that.
I don't. I watched.
Like the
I
pizza
couldn't
guy.
remember their names, but I know what you're talking about.
The pizza guy?
Oh, the guy that
The
brought
guy
people.
who's like
I know you're talking about now. Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
guy the guy the guy who
yeah,
brought
yeah. I
yeah,
know.
I started watching that, and then I I don't know. I don't remember when it happened, but I started watching videos, and then uh like I watched this strange video about like a this really like fat ginger guy who looked like 40 years old, and I was like, he does good work, you know.
Yeah.
And so I just started finding a bunch of other channels, other videos, people with different styles, and then yeah, I just got it was all like it all came. It was like literally, it was like that Flash thing. It was like I don't know, it was just I fell into like this big rabbit hole of just people popping up all over the place wanting to do this. That's how
Mm-hmm.
big it is. That's how
Yeah.
big. That's how big it is. People are popping up all over the place wanting to do this, and like and it really opens your eyes because like there's this um people that are just genuinely sociopaths, and literally there's truly sick people out there that need exposing, and it kind of brings me a little hope that people are just popping up all over the place randomly
It's
wanting to
good.
do this.
Yeah, like you said, it's good that it inspires people from out the no matter where they're at, they're watching it on YouTube or whatnot, and they're getting inspiration, thinking, okay, I could do this. And they're out there effectively doing it. So I'm glad.
Right, yeah, exactly. And people may have their own styles, but at the end of the day it should be it should be like about making a difference, and that's literally what it is. It's like a legacy now. It's like a whole movement. Like Chris Hansen may have sold out, may have fucking sold his soul for money, but there's other people who are willing to do that same job, like if not 10 times better than he does. I mean, I wouldn't say that because like I don't know how he got resources. He got connections, to make arrests happen on the spot. But
He's got money.
yeah, of course. Well, not
I think
anymore. Not anymore. He does it.
I think like the network teamed up with Perverted Justice or something like that. That's how they got the arrest. I could be wrong, but they teamed up with Perverted Justice somehow, and that's how they ended up getting the arrest. Because at first, when the first came out, they went arresting people on the spot, and then that changed after that. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, other people are coming out, you know, all over the place. There's people. I'm pretty sure there's people who haven't done it in a while that are just starting to do it again. Um, Like people, yeah, they're out there. People ever like there's not a state you can go into, um, maybe Alabama, but like there's not a state you'll there's not a
There's some in Alabama too.
yeah oh there is.
Yeah, I think there is. I can't remember the name, but I think there's a couple of predators catchers in Alabama.
Right. Okay. But maybe okay, like I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure there's
They're
like
not like I don't think they're they haven't posted that many videos, but I've seen them from Alabama. I'm just
oh
trying to think of their name off the top of my head, and I can't. I'm just real blank.
right, right. And like I said, yeah, like there's not a place you can go to now that won't have at least one group there doing that stuff. And like they're not always good. You know, there's people there's groups that genuinely uh that are on there, and then when they show up, it's all like, you know, there's people out there who, you know, want to harm these people.
Mm-hmm.
There's groups like vigilante groups, like that's why I don't get certain groups that call themselves vigilantes. I'm like, bro, you're not Batman. Like, you're not going around beating people up. You know, you're trying to abide by the law. The whole point of the camera is for people to discourage people from trying to do anything funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And yeah,
it's not your job to put your hands on them and be aggressive, because the moment you do that, then you pretty much put yourself at risk going to jail and whatnot.
of course, and like no, but the people who who do that, they wouldn't live stream it. They wouldn't record it.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't, for obvious reasons. Like they wouldn't record it because like their intent isn't like, it's not good. It's not a good.
Heinrich,
Oh my god,
you know who that is?
Himmler.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've never seen that dude before.
no, I know him from history.
Okay. Yeah, just some random person that popped up in here.
Oh my god. Right. Anyway, I know there's, you know, Jewish people in here, so I won't say anything. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah,
We'll lay off the Jews and German jokes.
yeah. No. But yeah, there's like you can't. Fuck you, Himmler. I fucking lost my train of thought. What were we just talking about?
I lost my train of thought too. I think we're talking about the
Himmler.
predator catchers that take things in their own hands.
No, they're not predator catchers. They're called like other groups. I mean, I've heard like, you know, rumblings about that. Like, there's other groups out there who don't record, don't document anything. That they just lure these guys in, and then when they do, it's like, who knows what happens to them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's scary, and at the same like I want to know what would happen if one of these days, fucking a catcher group runs into one of these other groups. You know.
Mm-hmm. I'm still laughing at that Himmler guy. Sorry.
Himmler.
Yeah, I'm still cracking up in there.
Yeah, looking. But yeah, I mean, you also want to open. Oh wow. Yeah, bad things. Yeah, but like even to the predators that, you know, that the catchers catch, like, you know, like it's like that guy Roy. Like there was like one who like turned himself into the police office, and then he was never heard from again. There's people who just disappear.
Didn't they drive him to the police station?
They drove
Yeah, I remember them
they drove
driving
him to the police, and then he just got out, and then no one ever saw him again.
And he's probably found in or lying in a ditch somewhere or something like that.
Right.
But
Yeah, I mean, it's. Hey, wait, I want to ask, how are you on time? Because you mentioned that you had to go and like do some other stuff.
we could do about 15 minutes. It's good.
You like to keep it an hour?
I usually keep it an hour and a half. I like to be respectful of the guest time as well because I know you have other things going on too. So we could go
No, like
about
I
10 more
said, like
minutes.
literally, like the only thing is that I was waking up. Like literally, right now, I have like I was just focusing on the chat, on like
Are
the
you?
conversation, and not reading the comments. Like, so I could like go for like an hour and a half. If that's good.
All right. We just go with the flow, man. I'll give it
Right.
about just a little bit longer, and then it's up to you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
of
for
course.
subscribing.
Yeah, guys, like why while you're here, while you're here, subscribe.
Subscribe.
To the
Um,
channel. And
yeah, like it. Appreciate it.
if you're gonna like, yeah, if you're gonna like, I don't know when or if you have planned to just get back in the flow with interviews. Start knocking out interviews like left, right, center.
I've had there's a couple people, but over the past couple weeks, like I said, life pretty much took priority over my YouTube channel. So I put that on the back burner, but I'm probably more aggressive within the next few weeks.
Yes, and like you should.
Laura, you can
You
ask
should.
questions towards the end if you want to, if you had any questions for
Oh
me.
yeah, I mean, like you could. Yeah, towards the end. I mean, like let's give it like 10-15 minutes, and then you guys could start asking questions.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to answer questions towards the end.
No, yeah,
So
of course, yeah.
I know you like you're a big soccer fan, right?
Yeah, very
Oh yeah.
much.
So who's your team?
Uh,
I know nothing about soccer, so
yeah, that's where like I'm gonna have trouble like gearing people to my stream because like there's not a lot of people. Everyone here is fucking American. I mean, I can hardly find anyone. I've only seen one or two people commenting about European soccer, and it's really disheartening for me. Everyone either likes basketball or football or the NFL, and I know nothing about it. I'm not. I tried watching the NFL last season,
hmm.
and fucking I could barely understand how the concept of football works. I
Well,
can barely understand.
it was hard to do last year because they had all the COVID restrictions and the fans wasn't really in attendance, so it was much harder to watch the games then. But I don't know anything about soccer, so educate the ones that know nothing about soccer.
So
We got one European in here. You got a Mexican in here, so
soccer is basically it's like on from the outside looking in, you just have to use your feet. You have to kick the ball. Why do I feel like I'm explaining this to a bunch of second graders? Like like it literally feels like I'm in a classroom trying to teach second graders how to like
today,
it, it,
kids,
it,
we're
it
gonna
it's
learn about
it's
soccer.
it's it's simple. Just kick a ball. It's like try to get a ball. It's like 11v11, and then you just try to land the ball in the net. It's really simple, and that's like the simplicity of it. It's like uh, on face value, it's really simple. Unlike say uh, like football, where like you change teams. Like correct me if I'm wrong. There's two teams, like an offensive team of like 11 people, and then there's a defensive team of like 11 people.
You get offense, defense, and then special teams. So if the offense, say Tampa Bay's offense is playing, their defense is off the field, and then vice versa. And then special teams, they kick the field goals, and then they do the extra points, and they kick it off to the other team. Basically,
Right, right. Right, yeah, yeah. At first, I was like, "What?" Like, I couldn't understand like. I've obviously grasped the concept. Obviously, you have X amount of tries to make 10 yards. Is that what it is?
yeah, you got 4 downs to make a first, or 4 tries to make a first down, and then after that, you either kick it or turnover on downs. The defense automatically gets the ball. I know we're boring some of the ladies in the chat or some people that care less about American football, but
Yeah, hey, yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, I don't know. There's
so
obviously it's not gender exclusive.
yeah. So what got you into soccer? You've always liked it.
Oh, it's in like heritage, It's like certain people from certain regions, are fucking like English people, like English fucking they call it football. They
Hmm.
call it's football.
Real football,
It's real. It's I mean, come
authentic
on.
football.
It's come on. It's real football. I mean, it's in the name, football.
Yeah,
Like one criticism of American football, the thing they use to play, it's not a ball. It's an egg. Like that's like the weirdest ball I've ever seen in my entire life. It's not round. It's like this like big taco, and that you throw. It's like it's a weird looking ball. I mean,
tacos.
that's why all the times I've ever played with it, I've been scared to death of it because like I'm seeing it and I have like this pointy end coming directly at my face, and I have like a 50-50 chance of actually catching it.
It is awkward, and it hurts like hell when you catch the ball and get your finger jammed. I'll just say that. But
No, and it wasn't fun when I've taken like a really powerful shot and hit someone in the face with like that pointy end.
yeah,
It hasn't been fun. I mean, I've been hit like so many times, and that's why I'm scared of that. Basketball, like it's manageable because it's fucking it's round.
if
It's
you
fuck
stay
it's
there, you're throwing shade at football.
I am throwing shade at football. I am because it's not a ball, and it's not you barely use your feet. You only use your feet when you go kick it into the post. Like I don't know where in the line it ended up being called football. It should have been called tackle ball. Tackle ball. I can see in an alternate timeline of Earth it being called tackle ball,
Yeah,
and it would still be the same phenomenon that it is. It'd still be as popular as it is, but just call it tackle ball.
yeah. I
Start it
couldn't
right.
see
Hashtag tackle ball. It's not
tackle ball
and
trending live.
no tackle ball like
I
tackle
said
ball.
it. Tackle ball
Yeah,
trending
yeah,
live.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I couldn't see
So
Tom Brady playing or European football. I couldn't see him playing their style. So I got to give it to him. It takes a lot of guts to do it.
yeah, it's and like Europe and soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, it's less violent. It's less. If you scratch like the odd instances where like crowds have invaded the pitch and started just brawling,
Hmm.
uh, it's less violent. It's a more graceful kind of sport where you actually have to factor in. It's not all about how bulky you are, how muscular you are. It's about it's not even like you could be as little as PP Ryan and still be like a really uh good soccer player. It's all about technique and like where to place it, like where you see passes, where you don't see passes. I mean, there's people shorter than Ryan that are just legends in the game. That like
I didn't
in
realize you
terms of
changed your name.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was what I was
I really,
before we
really
got
didn't realize that.
before we got carried away. That's what I wanted to address. Uh, I've said it many times. Like I have my own channel. I want to do my own stuff with the channel, with my channel. But if you want someone to lay out a plan for you, lay out a schematic of what they want to do in terms of this whole catching game. PP Ryan's the guy. He's like an up and coming dude that
Yeah.
like who could provide you with answers as to how he wants to go about change and make for a really interesting conversation because primarily like undeniably like we could sit here and say oh yeah we just go with the flow but like undeniably your thing is about the catching aspect and it's people telling their stories so that's why I kept mentioning PP like
No. Yeah.
a more ideal guest no literally and like you don't have to apologize literally a more ideal guest for your channel would have been PP Ryan.
Yeah. No. He will be on at some point in time down the road. I've already talked to him about it. We've already handled our beef and whatnot. So there's no. Shout out to PB Ryan. You can subscribe to his channel as well.
No like there's no beef like there's no real animosity like no one that's what people have to understand. No one actually, like, aside from a few people, no one hates anyone. It's all just,
Mhm. It's
it's
all
all,
fun.
it's all beef. It's all like I said, YouTube to a certain extent, it's not real life. If you know what I mean.
And
To a
people
certain,
gotta realize that there's a difference between YouTube and all the drama. You gotta differentiate that.
right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, people got to learn how to, differentiate between certain stuff, and then, no, like I said, how, I'll definitely say for sure I encouraged other people to kind of, like, take the foot off the gas pedal when you were going through what you were going through, but everyone deals with things in their own way, and it's, yeah, that's my whole piece on taking a back seat when needed.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
got you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you for reaching out during that time and just showing your support, man. I appreciate that.
And you said COVID did it?
Yeah, he had COVID. He was in ICU for about 3 weeks, and he got easier for me to say. He got pneumonia from it.
Right.
Yeah, and he got pretty bad. He started to turn things around towards the end, but didn't pull out, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, there's I don't know if you had any prior stance about COVID. I mean, if you want to share that.
Um, each person has their own prerogative. If you want to get a vaccine, get the vaccine. If you don't, like I said, don't. My main thing is don't let the news media tell you what
Based
to do. That,
based LaRoche, based LaRoche, based LaRoche. Thank
don't,
you so much for being you. Your answer gives me hope.
yeah, don't let the news media tell you what to do. Pretty much. If you,
Based LaRoche. Yes, don't, yeah, continue. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
you're good, man. You're good, bro. So
Continue.
don't let them. If you feel like it's your duty to take the vaccine, take the vaccine. If you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. It's up to you. Everybody has their own personal prerogatives. So I'm not going to tell one person that they shouldn't take it if they don't feel comfortable taking it. That's why I don't agree with the. I think it's New York. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah,
Um,
New York. You have to, like, anywhere you go, you have to show proof of fucking vaccination.
oh, they're threatening to fire people, like the healthcare workers, the people that are out there on the front lines trying to
Like
save other people. That
like
makes no sense.
imagine right. Imagine a disease. Like, I mean, I know, obviously, your friend, unfortunately, and that's, but, like, the facts don't deny that it's the mortality rate is less than 1%.
Hmm.
Right, and the science, like, the stats don't lie. So imagine a disease so deadly that, no, hold on. Imagine a vaccine so safe that you have to get threatened to take it. And imagine
Hmm.
a disease so deadly that you need to get tested in order to know that you even have it. Like,
Hmm.
put that into perspective. Let's see how things are going. Like, put that
Hmm.
into fucking, like, keep put that into perspective. Like, a vaccine so safe that people are threatening you to take it.
Either take it or else.
Take it or else. And then a disease that's so deadly, it's such a virus, it's such, like, Armageddon, that you need to get tested in order to know you even have it.
Hmm.
It's
It's
yeah.
it's crazy that people are threatening other people's livelihoods, just for not taking the vaccine. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like, while I think, while it's legal, think for yourself while it's legal to do so.
Yeah.
uh at the rate we're going, you know like, they'll sit there and say, oh, we're for free speech, we're for equality, but those same people that cry and virtue signal about equality, love, acceptance, are the first people to fucking silence others, are the first people to, uh, you know, to threaten, are the first people to ridicule. They're the first people to insult. Uh,
Hmm.
they're the first people to degrade, to
discriminate, to ostracize. They're the first people to basically, it's like you spit in the face of Martin Luther King Jr. It's like his whole thing was, you know, content of character, and it's people who don't believe in that, and people who should be judged by what they believe and how they carry themselves, and not their opinions on like people who dedicate that. Like, that's why I say people who dedicate themselves to politics, I don't know what they're going after, but I truly hope they find what they're looking for, because
It's
anyone
all about
involved, I
money.
see getting involved in politics as like, wanting to be angry all the time.
Hmm. It's all about money, pretty much. That's how big pharma. That's how they get their money. It's people taking the vaccines and stuff like that. So I will say that. Like I said, I I believe in God, but I'm not going to shove God and stuff like that on other people's throats. That's not how I roll. And I know usually stay away from religion and politics, but for this conversation, I'm gonna bring it up. Um, but like I said, you shouldn't force your beliefs and what you think on other people just because you believe that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
If
like,
you think that you should take the vaccine, then by all means take it. But don't say, "Hey, you got to take this, or you're gonna lose your job," because you don't know what the other person deal with. You don't know if they got kids to feed and um, a roof to have over their head and stuff like that. So,
right, exactly. I mean, it's, yeah, I got, yeah, I have it. I don't know. It's unsettling. I have it throwing through. I have it in my veins right now. It's in my body,
mhm.
and yeah, it's fucking. I don't know. Like, sometimes I just get paranoid, and like, I don't know. Like, just knowing that I have something in my body that's like, I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what the hell it's doing to me, and it's unsettling. It really is unsettling. Like, I'm sitting here talking with you, and as we speak, it's doing something to me that God knows what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, and like, you know, honestly, I'm not go around. I'm not the type of guy to go around say like, "Oh, shame on you" and stuff. But literally, it's those people who like hide behind the whole acceptance, equality, love, acceptance, all that are the first to discriminate against you just for having different political views, and it's disgusting. It's like it's shame on them.
Mhm.
It's like
Yep.
I can't imagine you know being someone that values. I mean, like I have certain values, I have certain beliefs, and I believe in them firmly. But to go and say that they're they're better than anyone else's, that's just not something I do. That's not something anyone should do.
Put yourself in their shoes, and how would you feel if that was you that was at risk of losing their job and whatnot just for not taking a shot? That's
Oh,
all
if
I
I
gotta
was
say.
at risk, if I was at risk of losing a job, then I'd I'd mobilize. It's like
Mhm.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not like fucking like. It's like like another thing that gives me hope is seriously the fact that there's just we talk about celebrities being weirdos and like being puppets for the left and stuff, but I'm guarantee you there's a few of them who literally it's their job. Without it, they have nothing else.
Mhm.
And they're forced to go to comply with the narrative. And like people like Chris Pratt, like Chris Pratt dances the line, between
Mhm.
he doesn't openly come out and say he's a conservative, but it's clear that he's obviously.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but that shouldn't matter. But that shouldn't matter. What matters is him going on screen, doing his job, providing entertainment. It shouldn't matter what his political beliefs are. It really shouldn't. Like, he's there to do a job. Either
But some,
at the
yeah,
Oscar speech, get on stage, be humble, say thank you, walk off. Don't sit there and give a fucking political speech.
but some people feel like it's their prerogative. Think about LeBron James as, for example. He may think it's his prerogative to say this about Donald Trump or whatever, just to spew hate and whatnot. They use their
LeBron
platform
James is
pretty much.
disgusting. LeBron James is disgusting. He should be ashamed of himself. I would I'm here 300 and something odd subscribers, and I can say for a fact with everything I have, I am so glad I am not LeBron James. How
Mhm.
much hate do you have to have in your heart? I mean, to fucking I'm not really gonna go into it because it's like a whole thing, but it's
Yeah.
he's such a I'm like with the whole police officer thing. Did you see that?
With the
Yeah.
in
Like
Minnesota.
you're next. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, in
It's
Minnesota.
fucking
Yeah.
it's
I remember that.
disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean, so
You,
yeah, so yeah,
you
like
should never
it's
dox
like
somebody
it's
like
this
that.
narrative, It's like it's this whole racial thing. I really don't want to get into that, but it's you could tell like if I were to sum it up this way, you need to surround yourself with people who are going to nurture your ability to think for yourself and to make decisions for yourself, no matter what that decision may be. It doesn't
Exactly.
you arrive at that decision not by listening to Dr. Fauci, not by listening to fucking uh these celebrities. No, you go to your doctor who you trust, your trusted healthcare official, and you use other resources, do your own research, and at the end of the day, you decide to take it. Good for you. Good for
Mm-hmm.
you. And if you don't
Exactly.
decide to take it, also good for you.
Exactly.
You've
Couldn't agree
chosen
more.
another avenue to protect. Yeah, you've chosen another avenue to protect yourself from this virus. It's like you've decided to try other means, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like you arrive, you think critically, like the ability to think critically. It's like just because like I'm I'm almost ashamed to admit it, but like I was one of those people. I was one of those people who turned on Colbert at like 11 o'clock at night, and then got my news from there, and then like viewed things from strictly one perspective, and I was so close minded,
Mm-hmm.
and like those were the days, like literally those were the days where I thought watching Colbert was cool, and but literally it's like I realized how wrong I was, literally how wrong to be so close minded I was. Like I was there. I was it I feel like a fool even, like
And that's who they
like
feed into. They feed into people that are closed-minded, that they can't think for themselves. The media knows that. They're not stupid. They're gonna put the people out there that have an agenda on the airwaves and air for as long as possible to shove their bias or whatnot down people's throats that can't think for themselves. Like I
yeah,
said, they know that.
exactly, and it's I don't even know, man. It's fucking like there's hope. There's hope. There's hope. I
Mhm.
mean, there's people try. There's people who literally, if something big were to happen, or if something big were to develop, there's people who would go to the streets and fight for what they believe in. And it's I wouldn't call it like Civil War Part Two, but it's there's people who won't who if something were to be something completely radical were to be made official, they would fucking go to the streets and fight with it for what they believe, because like people don't go down easily. They're not going to go down silently. They're not.
Mhm.
And no matter how much shade you throw, no matter how much you try to silence or cancel someone, then yeah. But yeah, I think I could take some questions now.
Yeah, I was about to say, if anybody's got any questions while wrapping things up, man, feel free to come in and ask questions for
Yeah, there's like 15 of you guys in here, so yeah, you guys could drop some questions.
get some questions rolling in.
Yeah.
What do you see your channel going in the future? I know you do a lot of video game content, but is there
Yeah, I
anything
mean
else that
it's a mixed bag, you know. It's pretty difficult going into it and wanting to do so many different things and not dedicate yourself to a certain thing. But that's just that's what I'm gonna have to work with. It's
Mhm.
I like so many things. I like, you know, entertainment, you know, TV, you know, films, creative things, video games. Uh, you know, this too, the poaching community. And there's so much that I don't know how to execute it properly yet. I don't know how to, you know, go about doing what I want to do yet. Like there's no, I don't have like a set plan or or anything. But uh, I really don't know. You know, that's
at least
like
you're at least you're doing something while you're get your mind figured out what you want to do. At least you're posting some content,
yeah, I'm posting.
Now,
You know, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm like, you know, riling up my subscriber count. It's yeah,
Levy asks, how old
I'm
are you?
doing everything. Huh?
Levy asks, how old are you?
I'm young. Have I ever played paintball? Oh, like paintball guns?
Yeah, yeah.
Then yeah, it wasn't a fun experience.
I've done it a few times. It's not too bad.
It wasn't fun at all. Oh, I okay. So I wanna I wanna like now that I'm here in front of you, I wanna take a more because I've seen a question. Uh, uh, I want to take a more because I'm pretty sure you've you've seen on social media, you know, a bunch of people uh, doing like, you know, you know, these like boisterous, like loud, you know, making their message heard,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, uh, I want to address, and trust me, it has nothing to do with, you know, it has nothing to do with any drama. I just wanted to ask you in a more professional kind of way. Now that I have you here, uh, to ask you in a more kind of, you know, professional and sound way. Uh, would you ever consider, uh, uh, you know, coming on to the WGW show? Now that I have you here, I want to ask you like a more
I am.
professional in a more professional way. Wait, hold on, let me finish. In a more professional way, because I know, uh, you know, other people like to joke around and like, you know, make like, you know, I mean, on the at face value, it's like, you know, it's kind of funny how they do it, but like, you know, no one's ever asked you in a more like more concise, upfront, professional, respectful way. So like, there's tons of people who would like to hear. I mean, it's like you could like you won't be able to not convince me of the
Mhm.
mindset that if you come on, it will be a big explosion for your channel. You will not be able to convince me otherwise that going on will not be anything but beneficial for you. You will your subscribers will explode. And I'm not trying to sound like, you know, like, you know, cocky or anything. Like it genuinely, there's tons of people on there who literally want to, you know, speak like literally think of it as an official right of burying the hatchet, you know, because like it's literally when you look at your situation, it's literally just an oopsie. It's nothing big, nothing
Mhm.
major, nothing to end the world over, you know. So
Exactly.
people, so you know, doing it would be like a metaphorical burying of the hatchet, you know. So people who tuned out because I wasn't asking him, tune back in. But I'm asking you now, given what I've told you and what I've, you know, there's people, Ray, people. I know Ray kind of jokes around, but Ray genuinely, hell, he wanted, you know, Ray's the type of guy who, if he had his way, he'd have all the people that the community is beefing with right now turn, turn over a new leaf. Even the ones that are so far gone, that I won't mention, uh, even the ones that are so far gone. If Ray had his way, he would turn all of them and make them all, a part of the community.
Hmm.
He'd find a way to have them all united. If that's the kind of person Ray is. So now, uh, given that I've told you that, would you even, consider, give in the thought of your mind, coming on to and sharing like at least one Wednesday on White Guy Wednesday?
Never say never, brother. That's what I'll say. As of right now, I not have no. Let me try to word it. I don't want to come on right now at this point in time. It's nothing personal towards anybody at all. It just, like I said, I've had other things going on outside of YouTube. But
No,
like I said,
yeah, I understand. Yeah,
never
like the
say never.
whole,
It's not, and
like,
I don't want
but
people to take things personal. It's not me ignoring anybody, and I have no beef with anybody. It is what it is. But like I said, never say never. So I'll
so
just leave
so
it
yeah,
at that.
okay, so yeah, never say never.
Never say never.
All right, wait, let me look at some questions and then I'll because I know you're busy. If I had any questions, raised by wolves. Oh, what's the did you ask me that one? What's the direction you see my channel going in?
I asked you that. I think Bill may have went out when I asked you that. See,
No,
there's
yeah, I already answered that. So I mean, I'm just trying to look for other questions because there's some in the chat. I could just scroll up. Uh, the chat. We just asked about his channel and I'm about to. Sorry, no. Bro, I think everyone.
I think pretty much everybody's good, man. So
Yeah.
you have
So yeah,
anything?
man.
Any last words?
No, man. Yeah. Like I said. Hey, it's like everything that happened. It's all a big oopsie. I find it funny, but like in a like you can laugh about it now. I never had any like that's what people. I hate it when people say, "Yo, this person hates me." Like there's nothing to hate. There's no hatred. How can you hate someone? You have to be a really really special case for me to garner any hate towards you through a screen.
Mhm.
You have to be a certain kind of special for me to garner any hate towards you through a screen. So there was never any of that.
I got you.
I'm kind of I really appreciate that we got to have this conversation, and it really it it really gives me hope, and it really gives me it 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 gives me a good feeling knowing that uh you're moving past it and that you're doing well, and that you would in the back of your mind you'll have White Guy Wednesdays floating around, because literally it gives me a good feeling. It gives me nothing but positive feeling that Ryan, you agreed to let Ryan come on. He did his whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you agreed to let Ryan come on at some point in the future, hopefully soon. It kind of gives me a positive feeling that you're kind of on your way to kind of mending the fences is kind of a stretch, but like because it was nothing to end the world over,
Yeah.
but you're on your way to getting into I want to say like good graces with everyone who, like, I don't know if anyone does truly have a problem with you, but if that is the case, then you're slowly on your way to rectifying all of that,
Yeah.
and it gives me a good feeling.
There was a lot of stuff. I would say about 90% of the stuff was clearly untrue. Um, but like I said, it's in the past.
I wanted to say it to your face. There was people who were making really ridiculous claims. People saying, uh, you know, uh, that it had something to do with someone on the wrong
We don't
end
have
of
to
the.
mention names. I don't
No,
want.
no, no. It's no
Yeah.
names, no names, no names,
Okay.
no names. It had something. So people were saying the situation had something to do with someone on the wrong end of the number 18.
No.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went out of my way to shut those people down because that's bullshit. That's just out of left field. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
But other things, people who I knew were just like trolling and stuff. I obviously just let that slide. It's no big deal. But then people making outlandish claims like that, then yeah, I actively whenever I saw it, I shut it down and stuff.
And there was other ones about me and people that I've had guests on, and I got guests on here that could vouch for me. I never once did anything out of shape, out of line. Jules is in here. I hate to call her out, but she'll be the
Yeah,
first one to vouch for me.
like I said, any outlandish, like if I had the power to do so, like if I was a mod on any channel, and I saw any outlandish claims like that, I maybe I've like muted or cut out any like once or twice because I know certain people aren't big on the whole banning thing, but like things like obviously I knew weren't true. It's like yeah, I did my part to kind of discourage people from buying into that, but then everything else, it was fair game to be honest. But then making outlandish claims like that, then yeah, that's not acceptable.
But it's all done and over with. I appreciate you for coming on, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's done and over with. It's done and over with. So you're on the quote unquote metaphorical burying the hatchet phase, and like yeah, you're on that path, and that gives me a good feeling. Hold on, Jules was asking something. Reddit hates me.
She was
Ryan,
joking about the fact that you said that about people hating people online.
Yeah. Oh, right. And literally, you could. I don't know. Hey, this could be a stretch, but you could be the next Ryan. Like, have you seen what's happening with Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
How he's fucking 1 week he's getting 1 week he's getting touched by a predator, locked in a hotel room, being the laughing stock of the entire community, and then now he's like literally his street cred's through the roof. He's doing shit. He and PP Mass mended the fences. They did a catch together, and like I said, like you could have that literally. I would have never expected the bounce back and the resurgence from Ryan that happened. I would never expected that. But hey, yeah, like you said, never say never, right? Like never say never.
Never say never. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's
okay,
not.
So with that, yeah, I think that's a good.
Yeah, me not coming on was not personal to anybody. I wasn't ignoring people. It's just I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say much.
Right. So yeah. So that's the official response. Never say never. Interpret that however you may. Never say never. That's the response I got. So yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna let you focus on your other stuff. It was good to be here, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I've got to know you a lot more than I have in the past. My life keeps going on, but before that, I didn't really know you that much. But I appreciate you coming on and giving me your time, man.
No, of course, and yeah, like I said, I hope you do all that, and then I hope you navigate the whole your situation, your loss. I hope you navigate out of that successfully. And like you, like I truly hope that you find a way to reinvigorate like the whole, because like you were shooting videos out left, right, center. I really hope you find that again like soon.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
All right, man. I'm gonna head out, man. It was nice.
All right, man. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Red Hood. Just gonna let me go ahead and So thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, My Life, Ryan, Robin. Uh, yeah, you could rewind if you want to. I appreciate all the positive feedback. I'm just gonna thank people that are in here while I'm ending things. So I'm not gonna private it. You can listen to it. You just rewind and you can listen to it. Um, Thank you, Red Hood, once again for coming on, and I appreciate you guys. It's good to be back. Okay. Well, I hope everything works out with your mom, Robin. I'll be keeping her in prayers on a more serious note. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate you. All right. Love you guys. I appreciate all you guys. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.